But for Erik ten Hag, a disappointing start to his tenure as Manchester United manager. Work for him to do, work for Manchester. Trafford by 2-1.
Yeah, a piece of history for Brighton and Hove Albion, their first ever win at Old Trafford in their entire history, but no fairy tale for Erik ten Hag in his first game in charge of Manchester United. They got one back, but they lose by 2-1 at home to Brighton, and plenty to ponder for the new United boss at the end of that one. What are your thoughts, Paul?
Very much similar to towards the end of last season, really. It's a squad of players that he's inherited that probably, well, they must have been underperforming. We said before the game, we think they're better in the world towards the end of last season especially. So he's got a big job in his hands to try and make these players better. He also needs, which is glaring and obvious, he needs players. He needs some additions to this squad that have got better quality than the players he's got available to him now. And as we said before the game, it looks like the way they played today, 6 looks like the highest they can possibly finish, looking at the other 5 squads of them top team.
Did that surprise you in any way, the level of performance from United, given they had a new manager, given they had a new sort of dawn today?
I expected them to be a bit better than they were. They didn't stink the place out. I mean, we've seen them do that before. I thought that they were average, but I didn't think they were anything worse than that. I thought Brighton played well. Brighton put them under pressure. They've got some good players as well. But there's no real standout players, are there, in the Manchester United team at the moment? No match winners that you look at and think, wow, every single week he's going to turn up and he's going to create or score and whatever. Obviously, Ronaldo's the closest thing they've got to that, but he wasn't starting today. But no, a continuation of frustration for Manchester United fans, and nobody expected a magic wand from Ten Hag, but they will expect in the weeks to come to see an improvement, because obviously this team that looked like a bit of a continuation, as Paul said, of last season. That will grab the headlines, but as I say, it's a piece of history for Brighton and Hove Albion. And that man, Pascal Gross, 6 Premier League goals in his career against Manchester United. Only Mo Salah can better that. And what a day for Brighton to make history, Sean.
A massive day, especially in the opening day of the season. I think it's put them in a position now where people will be looking towards Brighton and seeing what they can bring to the table. I don't think Man United played that well. I think they got better as soon as the holding midfielders come off. They seem a bit more free-flowing, especially in the attacking areas, but that would also leave them open to attacks against them. As you can see, Potter's really enjoying the moment there, so it's fantastic for them, and let's see where they go with it from here.
That was the reaction, a disappointed and frustrated one at full time to Erik ten Hag's first game in charge of Manchester United. A defeat by 2-1 at Old Trafford to Brighton and Hove Albion. And as I say, a historic day for Brighton, their first ever win in their history at Old Trafford, despite having less possession in the end, less shots on target. Those statistics got much better for United in the second half, but not good enough. A real team performance from Brighton, but one standout performer, Pascal Gross, with both goals, taking his tally to 6 in his career against United. And here are his post-match thoughts.
Congratulations, Pascal. 2 goals, a win against Manchester United, a historic win, almost the perfect start to the season.
Yeah, I think we can't ask for much more. 3 points away from home against Manchester United. Their first home game is a big win for us today.
2 more goals for you to add to your tally against this club. What is it about playing Manchester United that you seem to enjoy so much?
I don't know. I would love to score more goals also against other teams, but yeah, always against Manchester United. Don't know why.
Right from the word go, it was a great start. What clicked so well in that first half?
I think we played really well. The game plan was really good. We stick to it. Away from home, yeah, I think played really well, had our chances and be clinical in front of goal.
United's goal perhaps made the second half a little bit more uncomfortable. How do you think they were able to come back into the game?
Yeah, it's always tough. Old Trafford, if you get a 2-1, the last 25 minutes are tough. You have to dig in, you have to defend as a team. There will be tough moments, and I think we did it as a unit so well today.
And it's the second time you've done it in a matter of months. How does this win compare to the one at the Amex, the 4-0?
Both nice. Always good to win a football game against Manchester United. Both nice wins. Great start into the season. We're really happy today.
Yeah, and how excited are you now about what you might achieve this season as a club?
No, it's the first 3 points. We're happy and we move forward.
All right, well, congratulations. You are player of the match. Well deserved.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
A terrific day all round for Pascal Gross. He certainly enjoys playing against Manchester United, and they particularly enjoyed that first half, didn't they, Brighton?
First hour, they were far and away the better team. I thought Danny Welbeck's performance, actually, I know he scored the 2 goals, but I thought Danny Welbeck as a centre-forward, all-round centre-forward's performance, other than scoring a goal, I thought it was brilliant. He stretched Maguire, and Martinez kept running in behind him into them pockets. It looked an obvious game plan and something you would probably plan for, and did, and it worked brilliantly well. But no, they were good. Brighton were well worthy of the victory. I know United came into it the last 20 minutes, half an hour, which you'd always expect after scoring a goal, bringing Cristiano on. Amazed he didn't come on at half-time, to be honest with you. And look, I think we can talk about United all day and say how poor they were, but Brighton were really good on the other end as well.
And he was involved in the goals, Danny Welbeck, wasn't he?
He was. I don't think we should be surprised at Brighton. I mean, we've probably been surprised for a couple of seasons. We shouldn't be anymore. They're a very, very competent team in the Premier League. But Danny Welbeck was very good. Me and Scholes both played alongside him. He's one of the great frustrations of football, really, because he's got absolutely everything in terms of pace, intelligence. He can run. He's good in the air. He just doesn't score enough goals. Doesn't stay fit, possibly long enough. But he was a constant thorn in Manchester United's side, and you see his run there that almost starts the move. I don't really blame Luke Shaw at all there. He's got to go to the nearest point of danger, and Fred, I feel, should be aware of what's around him in the build-up, because then that causes the backlog on the back post, Sean.
Yeah, I have to totally agree. I think he highlighted that in the first goal, and in the second goal you can see it there. He doesn't get back as far as he did in the first goal, but he still doesn't know what's around him and leaves that space wide open. And I think Caicedo in this game, this move in total was a great counter-attack, that they utilised the space well and that they picked the right passes. And here again, like you said in the first one, this time he actually gets back into position, but he goes to sleep, and Gross is awake to get the rebound.
This is the best angle, isn't it, Scholes, where you just see his body.
Yeah, it's Fred again falling asleep. Like you said at half-time, mate, he's done the hard thing, but that's not enough. Just running back towards your goal is not enough. You have to be aware of what's around you. You have to expect that your goalkeeper is going to make. I'm not sure it's a mistake. It's a good save, but maybe he could have hit it wider. But as a defender, you've got to expect that. And his body shape's all wrong. You can't see him. The lad just nips in behind him.
Yeah, and for Brighton, we mentioned their 9th place finish and how they go and better that. We also mentioned the 2 players they've lost in the summer, Cucurella and Basuma. What a feel it for them to go to Old Trafford on the opening day and win.
Yeah, and as I say, we shouldn't really be surprised. They're a very good side, and they can go and put in a performance like that at Old Trafford, having lost their 2 best players over the summer, is different class, and you'd expect them to go and be able to invest that 100-odd million that they've sold their 2 best players for. And they rarely miss in the transfer market. You know, those 2 players in particular, that's a great sign of what they can do. Buy players cheapish and go and sell them for big money. They put an awful lot of work into their transfer dealings, and they're getting the rewards, and as we've seen over the last couple of weeks. And you would think, as I say, if they go and reinvest wisely, who knows where they can finish another top half, maybe.
Certainly.
What was going through your head at 2-0 for you? Where was it going wrong in that first 40 minutes or so?
I think we actually started the game pretty well. We started on the front foot. We was at a team who had control of the game, and we conceded a first goal, which knocked us back really badly, really. We stopped playing from then. They got a lot of control in the game. So we need to look at not letting that first goal set us back as much as it did. But we've got to be better on the ball. We give the ball away too much in that first half, especially after the first goal, and we give them encouragement to come forward and attack us. And yeah, it was a nightmare start to be 2-0 down at half-time.
Eric, your first taste of managing Manchester United in the Premier League. How do you sum that up?
Yeah, of course, definitely a setback. A real disappointment is, and we have to deal with it. That's also already, and I knew from the start it will not be easy, and it's a process. It takes time, but you don't have time. Hey, we have to win games, and yeah, we should have done it better.
Harry Maguire used the word nightmare. What was going through your head at 2-0? You were stood there showing not much emotion in the dugout.
Yeah, but I analysed it and was unnecessary. We gave too easy balls away, and I think in the organisation was a big mistake. It was not the way we make it out. We make it clear how to deal with such situations when we dropping. But okay, that happens. We have to analyse and we have to take the lessons from.
An improvement in the second half. You got the goal. You also introduced Cristiano Ronaldo. Did you get the desired impact from him that you wanted?
I think so. It was clear to see that second half we were better in the midfield with Christian Eriksen down and then Cristiano Ronaldo up, and then we create. And I think Rashford had 2 really good chances, and yeah, it's pity that we didn't score then the 2-2.
How
much analysis and improvement do you think he needs to go away and do after that, Paul?
Quite a lot, really. I think he'll be disappointed, obviously, with the performance. It's interesting. He said when he brought Eriksen back into midfield that he felt like they had a lot more control of the game, which we felt like because of his quality. At times, Brighton did keep the ball a lot easier, so out of possession, it would worry him slightly if he's going to start a game, say Brentford next week. It would worry him slightly just to play with the one of them, but I think he has to do it. I think United's best form of defence is attack. They've got players with Cristiano coming into the team. I'm sure if he's still there, he's going to start next Saturday, and it brings more goals to the team. We said before the game, it just looked light on goals. Marcus has not been great the last year, 18 months. Jadon Sancho has still got a little bit to prove. Bruno last year as well didn't score as many as the first year was there. So they need to bring as much creativity. Play the best footballers. You might as well. You know, they play the 2 holding players, Scott and Fred, to shore up the team, maybe get a little bit of control in there. But they don't even do that. The other team still have plenty of control of the ball and possession. You might as well just get your best footballers and create chances and score more goals than they do.
I was just about to say exactly the same, Steve. When you're Manchester United, you've got a back four, Steve, that play with full-backs that don't even bomb forward. And then they play 2 sitting midfielders in front. I mean, it's the most defensive way to play, yet they still don't look like a solid defensive unit. So why not just think, do away with that. Let's get our best players and let's actually defend by keeping the ball. If the opposition don't have the ball, then they've got no chance of attacking anyway. So just do away with that. Do away with the 2 sitting midfielders. They don't even protect them anyway. So you might as well just put a ball player in there, get control of the game, get possession, and actually try to play. And then you'll create more chances as well.
We'll see a team that'll do that today. We'll watch Manchester City now. They'll play with the 1. The rest of them are just brilliant footballers.
Yeah.
Why don't Man United try it? We say he's an attacking manager.